So the first capacity that I'm going to talk about is posing and pursuing substantive questions.
And responding to failures with reflection and resilience.
Was the capacity to critically interpret, evaluate, and synthesize information.
And responding to successes and failures with reflection and resilience.
To communicate effectively for a given purpose.
Generating innovative and creative ideas.
So I'm going to talk about critically interpreting, evaluating, and synthesizing information.
Is advocating for ideas, causes, and actions.
Starting off, it was pretty hard to narrow down capacities just because I feel like what improved most this year was my confidence, and that affects each one of these. But if I did have to narrow it down, it'd have to be my ability to collaborate with others to produce a unified work or heightened understanding, or my ability to communicate effectively for a given purpose.
Because I noticed a huge difference in myself and also the courses. So last year, I was a lot shyer and I was in a lot of honors classes, and there was this competition to always do your best and get the best grades. And in lab, I feel like there's less competition and there's more of a sense of unity where we're trying to help each other grow and teach each other. And I saw this especially in discussions here in English class. And I could see my first capacity to communicate effectively for a given purpose, because I feel like not only does it matter that I spoke in discussions, but it matters what I've said.
So to talk about this, I want to talk about our air, soil, and water project that we did in STEM, which is a project where we were given the question to experiment and find a way to better the air, soil, and water quality. We did all that research, and then we ultimately did our experiment and finished, and we had an interview with Dr. Charles Yers, which is a professor at UConn of marine biotechnology. So when we talked about when we talked with him about our experiment, we came to the realization that our final results were kind of invalid and couldn't be applied to the real world. All the research that we did and all the knowledge that we gathered, it's not invalid. So this is how I'm responding to this failure with resilience and reflection. So all that knowledge, I can then again go and try this experiment again. It's not like I'm just stopping because, oh, this experiment failed one time, but I still have all this knowledge that I can go and do again.
I remember last year with the skateboard project, we were having such this trouble, and I remember, Mr. Watt, I don't know if you remember when that day I was working on the project and I started working. I don't know where James was at that time, but I think he was doing something else. He was like, we'll just do it later, and I just decided to do the project, and that's the day it really worked, and I freaked out. You
leapt out of your chair.
Like I literally jumped out of the chair, and I feel like that excitement to be able to get that work done can be a really big symbol for other people to really get their work done and show that work isn't just this boring thing. It can also be very creative and very fun.
We were told that we had to create a piece of artwork using chemistry, and we had to discuss social issues, and for me that was mental health in the United States, or issues within the mental health system. I decided, why don't I use the same technique, because I know that works. I wrote 3 pages, one on chemistry, one on symbolism of the art, and one on the historical relevance of it and what it was saying. I focused on that. I basically had them memorized, but I came in feeling confident. I was an engaging speaker, and I felt like that really resonated in me, and I felt like I had this new confidence in how well I communicated, and that made me a more engaging speaker. The words that I said made it into the little local newspapers, and that just upped my confidence.
Yeah.
So could you talk to us a little bit about your journey with writing this year and the different voices you found for yourself?
So creative writing's always been something that I really love doing, and I've always done, I had to do it outside of school, and I feel like InLab gave me the opportunity to work on it inside of school with poetry and journaling and all these things, and I really enjoyed doing them, so I put a lot of effort into it. And it's made me really grow as a writer because I feel like I'm less shy with sharing my writing now. And that means a lot to me because I had to always keep my writing on the side before, but now I can express it more freely.
You talked about this group dynamic where occasionally you'd be afraid to introduce a viewpoint because of the controversy it would create, or because of the opposition that would be generated. What do you think your role is as an intellectual in a group? What's your role as a thinker when you are in a group situation?
I think internally I want to strive for that leadership role. I don't think I'm 100% ready for it.
You speak very well and you communicate well. If you had to choose a third way to communicate an idea or something, what would be your choice and why?
I think I also want to learn how to communicate through my art as well.
The grades look the same, but your growth and your skills have grown. How are you going to take all of this and apply it to next year? What skills are you going to use?
So I think for next year, since I'm doing the science research block, I think that all my skills this year and all the independence, even though I always ask you guys for your support, I still kind of know how to conduct myself and kind of do what I need to do on my own. And I think that next year that's really going to help me, because you guys are giving us a lot of freedom next year with our research blocks, and you guys know that we know what we're interested in. You want to allow us to focus in on those things, and I think that that research block is really going to help me, because I kind of know what I want to end up doing, and I'm not saying that I know what I want to be when I grow up, but I know kind of what I'm interested in and what I want to focus on in those research blocks. And I think that all of the skills that I've received like this year through high school and then also through middle school and elementary school, it's really going to come in, and I can like research what I want to and create a piece of work that I'm really proud of, and it's something that I'm really interested in. Not that I haven't done that throughout Innovation Lab in high school, but I'm just saying that I can really take like my own class and say, what am I really, really interested in, and like what do I want to be able to show at the end of senior year, something that I've created out of my own passions.